Hello and welcome to our weekly hangout. These are hangouts that we used to do every week, and because of different projects, we had stopped doing those and started, working on our other projects. They were taking up a lot of our time. As a matter of fact, I've still got a couple projects that are taking up a lot of my time, but I just want to say hi to everybody out there. Those of you who are watching either on Google Plus, on our team Hangout page that you might have been invited to, or on YouTube. I want to say welcome to everybody. I am here with my assistant team leader, Sean.
Hey,
Sean has been just invaluable in so many ways. It's unreal. Um, but yeah, this hangout here is today for you to ask questions and get answers live about working from home, because that's what Sean and I that's what other Sean and I do.
you always
Isn't
forget.
that awesome?
You always forget.
I always forget. I always forget to
Okay, just can I
pause that
explain that
video.
one just for fun? That's our
Sure, go ahead.
epic fail. We were reviewing this last night, just talking about some of the things, the little mistakes that we always make. You know what, how to make sure that we avoid them when we do a live broadcast. And one of the things that either Dan or I will do, so since we're monitoring both the actual Google Plus page and the chat page, which is on a separate tab, and it's actually broadcasting this video that you're watching right now with like about 5 second time delay.
Closer to 10 or 15, but yeah.
Yeah, okay, 10 or 15 second time delay. We almost always one of us forgets to mute that damn page. So what you'll end up hearing is that kind of coming back and playing in the background. In the news world, that's called backfeed. Or radio world, I guess. That's where they always tell you to turn your radio down when you call in to win, tickets or something, because they don't want to hear that also. So I always get a kick out of it because one of us is going to do it. And at the end of this program, when I'm saying goodbye to you, Dan's going to interrupt us. Just so you know, he will. I'm going to start. He's going to say, "Hey, Sean, you want to try and take, when you want to wrap it up and say goodbye?" I'm like, "Sure," and I'll start to say goodbye, and I'll be just about done. And he's going to say, "Wait, one more thing." Mark my words. All right. So, anyways,
Yes,
that
I
that
did
was
the
our that was our faux pas for the broadcast. So, go on, man.
awesome. At least now it's out of the way.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's another little running joke of ours. But
Oh,
anyway, Sean and I work at home for free, and what we do, one of the things that we do, and the way we like to start people out, is with a free system. It's completely free to join, completely free to do, and what it is that we do is called referral marketing. What we do is we work with large companies, large well-known companies, and we refer people to those companies. Now they can do either free trials of services that these companies provide, or they can do discounted purchases. It's totally up to the person that we refer. It's absolutely their choice. Um, and recently we went international, so now we have international users that can join up as well and work from home also. Many of you may actually be watching from one of the emails that I sent out about that. So, yeah, Sean, go ahead.
oh, I just was waving to all my friends. I know I got at least two that are hopefully they got a chance to catch up, and I'm excited that I can't. They went international. That's so cool, man.
That is cool. And now the companies that we work with, I don't know if you noticed, Sean, but I have been keeping an eye on it, and I believe we have 11 countries now that actually, uh, th-
Directly.
yes, that directly have advertisers that are
Yeah.
working with people in those countries. So that's
Yes.
just an awesome thing.
And that's just the direct ones. That's not counting the fact that if you're on the list of the 191, you can still do it. So that's impressive.
Yes, and the only thing that's required, guys, is a PayPal account if you're international. If you're in the U.S., UK, or Canada, you can use PayPal. You can opt to get direct deposit or a business check or a money order. Just there's it's it's so easy, and I don't want to say that it's easy because I mean you do have to work at home. That's the key word is work, but it is a very simple, easy to understand concept, and it's simple to do. and it does take some work. I myself, I don't get to work, a whole lot. I work very, very part-time, and when I say part-time, I might do my promoting maybe an hour, possibly two a week, and 2 hours a week is on the real high end for me on average. So, part of that's because have been working on these other projects, and I still am working on them, but I'm just giving more time towards going, or at least I'm going to start giving more time towards promoting.
Oh, if I
So,
had a nickel.
yes, I know.
Dan spends most of his time helping the team out with all kinds of fantastic doodads and bubbles and whatnot, all kinds of incredible gadgets and very cool high tech stuff that makes my life and everybody else's life a lot easier for not having to go figure out, hey, how do you go do this, or so on and so forth. And so that's why his time is cut down. But it's funny that, even though your time is chopped down to like what, like you said, a couple hours a week, and that would be like a good like couple hours if you could actually put it in. It's effective. Like like it's not wasted. You are pulling in an income with it, so that's cool. If you give God help the world if you had if you sat down and said, okay, at 8-10 hours this week, that's what I'm doing. You know, you
Yeah,
still
and I have to say that being that we have, but those of you who know me know I have a lot of kids. So with me, yes, a couple hours a week. It is awesome that you can take a couple hours a week, and I can actually have a decent income. It's not, way up there right now. Again, because I've been working on these other projects, and there's a couple projects that I actually want to show you too. One of them is our training site, and for our team members, because I know there are some team members here watching today too. On my lower third there, I have put the website address for the training site. Now, if you are a member of the training site or a member of the team, I would like you to go ahead and go to the training site, go to that address, and you can actually click on the register link on the right-hand side, and then contact me as soon as you have. Once you sign up for your account, it'll ask you to verify your account, and then I will get a notification. So just let me know your username and your email address, and I can upgrade your account to a team member so that you get all that training for free. This is an awesome site. We are still, putting finishing touches on it, adding training, and this is going to be a constantly updated site because things change, and so we're just going to have to change with that. And I see some chat messages, which reminds me that, guys, below the Hangout here, there's a chat box that, hey, Michael, how you doing? I just saw that he had thrown a message up there.
Yeah.
But I want to let you guys know, for those who are watching live, there is a chat box if you're watching on our Hangout page. Excuse me. That all you have to do is click the little login button at the bottom left, and you can log in using Facebook or Twitter, Google Plus, just however you like, where you can just choose a username and password. That box is there to ask questions. We are here to answer questions live. And hello, John Doe. So we'll just call him Joe for short because we don't know who he is yet.
Truth seeker. He is here for the truth.
Yes, and we will give it to you. So.
And nothing.
Okay, but mentioning that one of the things that is always changing are ways that we market. Because some of the places that we market and some of the places we promote on, it's very simple. You hear a lot of people say copy and paste. If you can copy and paste, you can do this.
It's true enough.
True enough. I would say that, you can't be afraid to be yourself, though.
True.
That's the whole thing, because you do have your own marketing methods and your own techniques and your own style that you come up with.
Absolutely. That's the very beginning. That will get you started. That will get anybody started. And I think that's the premise that people, take it under, is that if you can do that, then because it's that easy. But you develop your own style after a little bit of time, I think.
Yes, and I'm actually, team members, putting our training website address in the actual chat box too, so you can go there and sign up when you get a few minutes. But speaking of things changing, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and do a quick screen share because one of them, one of the things that's changing all the time that marketers really do like to use, and it's a very effective method. It's a very effective website, but they call it the Beast. This is called Craigslist, and they call it the Beast because they have so many restrictions and so many things that you cannot do, and it's really annoying. And so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and do a screen share.
Constantly changing beast.
Yes, I'm going to do a screen share, and I'm going to share a tip with you guys, which is really awesome.
Yeah, you guys are going to like this.
So let me know when you can see my screen.
I will. Nope, can't see it. Oh, I think I see it. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Now, just for anybody that does not understand why this is a big deal, most times when we go into Craigslist, we have some issue with. Well, recently this has been going on a little while now, though, with the methods with like promoting a link or with sharing, certain things. And Dan has found some, well, a very, very cool little, what do you call it? What, it's not like a trick, I guess it's just a method. I don't know. Something neat that really is kind of interesting.
I would call it a trick simply because,
okay.
yes, because it's one of those things that allows you to do what you want to do on Craigslist. It helps you get in touch with people. And, one of the things we always talk about is targeted traffic.
Yeah.
Usually, Craigslist is not good for targeted traffic unless you know how to work it. There are a lot of people that do know how to work it, and some that don't. The people, you see them constantly, hey, my ads are getting flagged, they're getting ghosted, they're getting taken down all the time, how can I fix that?
And what's the first thing we ask them? Where are you posting? And, how are you writing it? And so on and so forth. And, if someone's looking for something specific, I mean, it's, yeah. Anyways.
Right. For example, if you post in the job section and you present this as an actual job, people are expecting to go somewhere, fill out an application, talk to somebody, get behind a desk or register or, whatever kind of job it is that they're looking for.
Yeah.
So
you wouldn't put this in biotech science and expect to get a lot of, replies.
Not only that, but jobs themselves, even sales and marketing jobs. People, they're looking for
a paycheck.
In their mind, they're trying to make a living and not make a life.
A job.
Exactly, just over broke.
Just above broke. Just over broke.
Not a jab.
I like the jab better, but either way, but that's true because they're expecting to be contacted by a specific corporation or business, and they're expected the whole normal 9 to 5 thing, and they're not that's not what they're not looking for. What we're giving away, so they kind of shrink at that idea, and I don't blame them. That's not exactly what they came there to find.
Yes, exactly. And that's why we tell people or ask people how you're presenting it, because I do actually have some ads. Let me go ahead and log in here real quick.
Sure.
But this is the trick that I want to give you guys is not it's not required for you to even have an account to make this work. That's the awesome thing.
Yeah. Because you can lose face. You can get flagged for like inappropriately posting. If you don't do it right, people do get angry. So
yes, or you get flagged for having it in the wrong category or whatnot.
Yeah.
So I have logged into my account and I have one of my ads up on the screen, and I have posted this in Jobs Wanted.
Is that what you look like?
Not anymore. That's an old picture, but I don't know. I love that picture. I guess because
you had hair,
hoodie in the background, and I had a little bit of hair. Anyway, and this is how I present it. My ad says it's full-time, part-time or full-time commission work. No, this is not a pay-to-apply scam. You are in complete control of your work hours. You report only to yourself. Very simple to do and complete training provided. Awesome for those who are disabled, college students, between jobs, stay-at-home parents, or just tired of the usual job BS. I'm a stay-at-home dad myself, averaging between 250 to 400 per week. Now, that is a little bit off, but as you know, you can't post multiple ads on Craigslist that are exactly the same, so I change up words here and there and keep it just different enough so that Craigslist doesn't catch that. And I tell people, send me an email if interested. That's another little tip, because I don't want people to click on a link, an ad, because if they click on that link and it's not what they expect, the first thing they're going to do is flag it. Now, if they email you and you email them back an hour later, they've already closed that tab. They're not even going to take the time to go back and find that ad and flag. So that's just an example.
Where is this at?
This is in. Are you asking San Antonio or what category?
What category?
This is resumes and jobs wanted.
Cool. So.
But I'm gonna go ahead and log out so I can show you guys the trick that you can use when you don't have a Craigslist account, and this is awesome. Now, Craigslist is worldwide, so you can use this trick anywhere. Down at the bottom right, this resume section, again, you don't even have to log in. You see all these different ads for all kinds of different stuff. What I want you to do is type in a keyword that might be used a lot by us, like work from home, and search for that. And there's different ads here. Okay, that's not a work from home, that's a sob story asking for free cash.
I think there's one there, August 7th.
How about this one? Here's one that says August 4th, interested in work from home jobs and such. When you click on that.
They're asking.
Right, these people are posting on Craigslist asking for ways to work from home. You cannot get a better targeted lead than that. That is laser targeted.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going and promoting to people and saying, here, check out my stuff. This is, you know, putting it out there in front of all these people that are not going to even be interested in it.
Yeah, these are people that are specifically requesting information about work at home, and that are usually posting, like, as you can see here, somebody that has been apparently highly successful in math. So they've already posted some of their qualifications. And so it's not too difficult to be able to chat with this person and see if, and send them, an invitation and say, hey, if this is something that you might be interested in, feel free to check it out. Feel free to contact me if you have any questions, things like that. And be personable. Don't, be afraid to, contact these people and so on and so forth. And be, like, really, not just like, oh, hey, here's my link.
Right, exactly. I always try to make it as personal as I can. But if you go up here on the top left, click that little contact button, a lot of times they will not have their name in there like Jade does, but simply click on the email address, remember her name, and you can actually bring up, or you might have to copy and paste the email depending on what you use. I actually use Thunderbird, so it's popping up an email right now. And it's very simple, guys. Hi, Jade. And this is live, so this person's actually going to be getting my email. I saw your post on Craigslist about wanting to work from home. It's what I do, and I only do it part-time. Let me know if you want some detailed information. And I have my phone number here, which is my Google Voice. So if Jade calls and I don't answer, then she can leave a message. My Facebook address, again, my picture, send the email. Don't even have to have an account. Don't have to log into Craigslist. You find yourself a highly laser-targeted lead, and you open the door. That's all it is that you're doing. I know I heard a chat message here.
Yeah, I just
Ah, Rachel made it. Hey, Rachel.
yeah. Michael has sent a message and said he's trying to watch on his phone. He's only picking up a blank screen. Apparently, John Doe is my friend Nando, and he's having the same issue, I believe.
Okay, a lot of times the live broadcast from YouTube will not work on a phone or tablet, other mobile device. But I do want to let you guys know that this Hangout is going to stay here, and it's going to stay here on the Hangout page, and it will be live. It won't be live. It'll be the recorded version of this Hangout, the recording of it. If I can talk right. My coffee hasn't fully kicked in yet, so um, this Hangout will stay on the page up until we begin our next Hangout, which will be Tuesday. So if you guys can't make it right now, if you're not able to watch that video on your phone, then or your tablet, mobile device, whatever, then it will be here to watch later if you choose.
Well, if they are not able to see the video, then they didn't hear any of that. Correct?
That is true.
I'm gonna.
I also did mention it so that people who are watching live do know that.
Oh yes, yes. That's no. How could I forget about all of our live viewers? No. I just I wanted to make sure that we get them the message too if they're having difficulties.
Sure.
I guess let me just mention to them to feel free to go ahead and ask any questions.
Yes,
And
guys, if you have any questions at all, um, yeah, go ahead and just put your messages in the chat box, and that's what we're here for, is to answer your questions live. And just in case you are wondering, beneath the chat box, you'll see the countdown timer, which of course is 0 right now because we're live. There's also a yellow button that says Get Started Today right next to that. Now, if somebody invited you to this Hangout page and gave you a link to get here, then if you click Get Started Today, the person that brought you here, the person that invited you, you will actually sign up under that person, and they will be your sponsor. Now, I want to let everybody know, if you join me directly, if you join one of my team members, everybody is in our team, Team Rhino. That's Sean's a member of Team Rhino too, and eventually he's going to split off and create his own team. But all my team members, you're always going to be my team members. Your team members are mine too, and I just want to let you know that that's what I love about this team, is that we actually work together, and we help each other out, and that's something that's in very short supply in most online businesses that I've noticed. So Rachel, I said hi to you. I haven't seen you say hi back, so I guess you couldn't make it that long. But I just wanted to give a shout out to Rachel too, because she's been doing a lot of learning, so she hasn't been able to promote a whole lot. She actually came over from Instant Rewards, and Instant Rewards is a very similar concept, but it works a little bit differently, and that's actually, I think she's going to be here Tuesday night on our Tuesday night hangout, and I'm going to ask her and have her give some of those differences between the Instant Rewards and what we do.
that would be cool.
Yeah, she's actually going to. We had talked about this on the phone before. She's going to give a little comparison synopsis of the two, and say why this is better for her from her experience. And I got to tell you, this girl is on fire, because she had promoted maybe 2 days, and she's already got, I believe, like 6 or 7 people, and she's been rocking and rolling. So
just no moss on her.
Nope, no sir. But if you're ready, or if you want to get ready, I want you to go ahead and share our YouTube news, which is kind of unfortunate.
The YouTube, yeah, actually that is. If there are, well, for anybody that uses video as a marketing tool, and that's me, this is something that we were talking about last night that has been kind of That's actually quite serious. A lot of people, when you have a video, you put up your video and you write out your description, and there, I'm going to go ahead and do a kind of a screen share at the same time, just so I can kind of give an example here. Um, so, okay, for an example, just using this, person's. This is actually a really well done description. It's not bad at all, but they've got their link at the top, which is great. They've got the title, their link, so that you want to make sure that, of course, is where it can be seen without having to even open the video. And they've got, their the keywords embedded into their video description in a very natural, like, how did you put it yesterday, Dan? In a conversational. Yeah, that was it. In a conversation tone or context.
Yes. Google's algorithms. I don't know if you realize this, but their algorithms can literally read and understand at a 6th grade level, which is kind of crazy, but they can understand conversational English. So if you're just putting random words up, or the words are put together in a way that they don't make sense, if they don't make sense to you, they're not going to make sense to Google. If they're not going to make sense to your 6th grader, then they're not going to show up as ranking as highly, with the keywords in the description itself.
Yeah, a lot of newspapers are actually written at about the same match, and that's one of the reasons when you're actually speaking and doing your video that you want to make sure that you say, because the algorithm is also picking up what you're saying. Now, that's going into the advanced. I'm not going to get there, but the important thing that we've been talking about recently is called keyword stuffing. It's kind of jamming some extra keywords in here before you go and start tagging your video. Now, normally this, I guess this would be about a year ago. This wouldn't have been really a big deal. I mean, I've seen keyword lists, literal lists that are a page and a half long. Someone just copies a keyword list, posts it right below the bottom of their, whatever their
description.
Yeah, their description or video is, and they just go from there. And well, the problem now is that if you do this, if you put in this keyword list, as so many of us used to love, you can have your channel yanked, like goodbye, and lose videos. You lose all of that. So just a warning, friendly warning to anybody that loves to play on YouTube and is making some money. When you're making your description, link, description, link, put your keywords in a context that would be a normal flow of paragraphical writing, and don't just grab a list of whatever words and just paste it in there, because they're starting to knock down channels, and I've been hearing reports, people have been coming going, why was this done? And we found out that the common thread is that they all had a keyword stuffed list, and that's what the tags are for. Go, you can, that's there, and use it. So, just
yes,
go ahead.
I want to go ahead and mention also on the keyword stuffing. This is a very important point, because I have seen a lot of people that will take keywords from other products. Like, say if I'm reviewing, like the video that Sean showed, Secret Money System, okay, and I'm doing a review video on that. If I know that there's another company name that I'm trying to, if there's another product name that I use in the Secret Money System review, it could be Online Payday System, that I put actually Online Payday System in the tags of my video, even though I'm not reviewing that video. That's an unrelated keyword.
Right.
That will get you nailed too. That will get you flagged, and possibly even your channel taken down because it's against their terms of service.
Mm-hmm.
So it needs to be related to whatever it is your video is about. It needs to be conversational English. Do not keyword stuff your tags. So if there's yes, but there's also another thing that people do a lot. So let's just say the keyword that you're targeting is secret money system. You can't put secret, comma money, comma system, comma secret money, comma money system, comma secret money system. You know, because you're using the same keywords over and over again, and they really frown on that too. What you can do is say secret money system review, secret money system scam, secret money system legit. You know, those kinds of things. As long as you're not mixing and matching the keywords and just rearranging them and throwing them back up there however you'd like. So Michael said he's going to try again. If it doesn't work, he'll catch the recording. And Michael, Nando, Rachel, you all, well, Rachel knows I talk to her on the phone all the time. If you need help, we're always here to help you. Phone, email, Facebook, Google+, Pinterest, Skype. Twitter, Skype. Yeah, we have it all. So
yeah,
if you need to get a hold of us, then we're easy to get a hold of.
Yeah, I think the NSA is the only people that have more more means, more phone lines and means of communication than us. Maybe NASA.
Quite possibly, but I would really love it if the NSA would actually pay attention to me and watch all my stuff, because I'd be more than happy to sign a bunch of them up.
Yeah, I'm sure someone there would really like to quit, sitting on a chair and at an office someday and sit at home at their own office, drinking coffee out of their own cup, not the red cup, because they're on the red floor, and they're not allowed to drink out of the white cup because it's a visual yet visceral violation. Poor people. Just drink coffee and enjoy it.
Okay, well, at this point, we know that we have people in the chat and we've got people watching live. And guys, if you have any questions, ask them now, because I'm going to go ahead and have Sean, while I am getting my coffee cup and getting a refill.
Oh.
Go ahead and Sean, tell a bit of his story.
5 for time. Okay.
Well, that's so we can help answer questions too. But really, guys, I want y'all to know, if you're watching this broadcast, see, we work from home too, and this is what we do. So I want to let you know what kind of people we are, where we came from, that we're real people. We're not here acting and saying, buy this, because we're not selling anything. What we do is we work from home for free. We give it away. It's a free system, and it's a way to earn working online at home, and we do this too. So we want you guys to see that we're real people. Of course, you can go to our Facebook profiles. There's many ways to get a hold of both of us. I want you guys to know that we are real people. That you can connect with us. That we are here to help you. And any one of my team members can vouch for the fact that I will be here to help, no matter what. Pretty soon, I'm going to start working only overnights, so I'll be awake a little bit in the morning, a little bit in the evening. I'll be here available to you. But if you call me, leave a voicemail, then I'm going to call you back as soon as I wake up. So, but go ahead, Sean, and just tell us your story about how you found Instant Payday Network and what it's done for you so far.
Oh, sure. Well, I was go get your coffee.
I am.
All right. Well, he says he's not acting. But no, I'm just kidding. My name's Sean. I started working online with different. I've been working online with different programs for several years. I started the program with that working into referral marketing about almost a year ago. And it's, as I said, one of many things that I do, and I've found it it's really an incredible way. The people that I've met have been absolutely literally like Dan, that are just willing to stay up and work with you and make sure that whatever issue is taken care of. Really bend over backwards if you're there to put out the energy and you're there to get involved. Then he will too, and so will most of us. I ended up. I started doing this. I ended up looking for another. I'd been doing affiliate marketing, and I ended up going online looking for kind of a new gig, a new thing. I'd already been doing a little bit online, and was kind of learning a little bit about it. And I said, well, let me find the next thing. And so I ended up redoing a lot of research on Craigslist and just different places. And I found my way to one opportunity, and which I thought was just incredibly hilarious. Since I get there, um, I'm doing the research. It's like, oh, this is free, this is free, this is fantastic, da 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 da. And I honestly can't even remember the name of the thing. And I went looking for it recently because, I ended up, going over this story a little bit, and I actually would like to know what it was, but I couldn't. I couldn't find it. While doing the research for one program, I stumbled into referral marketing, and I ended up following it. And they said, "Hey, check this out; it's free." I'm like, "Okay, bookmark that. Go back to doing what I was doing." And I finished doing the research and found out that whatever this first program was that I had gone looking for, that was free. No, it was free, and then it was $59.99, and I was like, okay, scratch that. Let's go check out that other free one before I go shell out any cash. And so I did, and it really was free. So that was the big winner there. And that's, I think, the big difference is that we're not trying to sell anything. Like Dan said, we're not selling anything. This stuff here sells itself. We'd be more than happy to charge for it, though. I'm on a different plane than Dan. If you want to pay $19.99, I will accept your money. But
yes, and send it straight to his PayPal.
I will accept that. But yeah, we're not trying to sell anything. Once there's you get through the you get set up, and it's simple, like three-step program, three-step system. You're set up, and then you're off to the races in learning, and it's super easy. It does not take a lot of time. Once it takes a little bit of time for some people to just kind of get like the knack of it, and I think that's most of us are kind of attuned to working for someone else, and we show up at a job and we're said, okay, you go do that till I tell you other, right? And so we do. And so I think that kind of does floor a few people when they show up here and they go, okay, now what? And we're like, okay, go over here. But that's the cool part, is that we have the training, we have the technology, we can rebuild. I'm a sucker for quotes. I'm sorry, Dan. Save them before I start doing Shakespeare. I think we lost him. You're all mine. Nope, you're saved.
Yeah, I was sitting here talking and forgotten to unmute my mic. For those team members who are on the team, and the training site is right there. I put it in my lower third so you can get the link. And also, if you would like me to put the link in the chat box again, just let me know. But yeah, when I started, I was 2 months behind on everything, and I actually started in a paid program. And I made the decision, no matter what, that I was going to make it work, because I was searching for a job for a long time, and I couldn't find one. And there's some extenuating circumstances in my position that it was difficult to find that job. And we were 2 months behind on everything. And when I say everything, I mean rent, lights, water, phones, everything. And I had actually I was done. I was going to quit. I was fed up because I couldn't get any help from my sponsor whatsoever, and the only time I got a response from him, it was 2 responses. One was keep trying. Actually, that was the second response he gave me. The first one was try something else, and then he said keep trying. So, I didn't make any money with that system, so I was ready to quit. And the day that I was going to quit, I had called up, or I was looking for the number, and somebody had, I saw a post on Facebook, and that's when I met Karin. And I was actually helping her because her account had, I don't remember if her Skype had gotten hacked or what, but somebody had gotten in and hacked one of her accounts, and then they got the password to her PayPal and all this other stuff. And so I helped her get everything put back together, and we spent like 6 hours on TeamViewer while I was helping her with that. So because I got distracted, she's the one that convinced me not to quit, and I did quit the paid program, but I went, with the free program that she's in also. Someone trying to call me. Um, so when I started the system, I was blown away because not only is the system free, it's free to do, and boy,
Free
I
to,
signed up, I got
free,
set up, and I hit the ground running, because I, work was not a problem for me. Doing the work, and my work ethics. If I'm going to do something, I will do it, And I was spending 16-hour days trying to make the paid program work, and I couldn't, because I didn't have any direction. I was guessing at everything I was doing, I had no idea which direction to go, and I was just, shooting random darts everywhere, trying to make some money online. But that's what I love about this system is that it is free and it's so easy, it's so simple to learn, So
yes.
that's when I joined, and well, you guys know the rest.
Yeah.
Jeff Buchanan, the owner of the system, after just a month or two of being in the program, he asked he had told Karin, find somebody to help you out and take some of the workload off, and she had chosen me for whatever reason. Um, and I got to know Jeff and became an admin for that, and that really, that acceptance, I guess, the somebody not knowing me except for maybe a month or two online, you can't really know someone that well. And still, this was literally a family, it's how it works. And so that's how I got into it. And I love working at home. I really do. Right now I'm in shorts and a t-shirt, flip-flops.
Oh,
That's there's no dress code. I don't have to clock out if I want to stop and eat, if I want to go to the store, take the kids to the park or whatever, it's my choice. I can do that.
do you have the red cup?
Say again?
Are you drinking coffee out of the red cup? Good. Okay,
No,
because we're on the red floor.
I'm drinking sweet tea out of the red cup.
Oh, get out. Just get out. You're
My
fired.
coffee's right here in the white mug.
Oh, the white mug on the red floor. You're done, dude.
Brown table. But
You're so done.
what's your favorite thing about working from home, Sean?
Being able to not work when I don't want to. Like, I don't like being able, like you said, having the discipline to say, okay, today I'm going to get up and go do this, that, the other thing, work on whatever projects I want to, and then if I really am like going, okay, I really just don't want to do that today, I don't have to. Now, of course, if I don't, and I can't complain and yell too much when at the end of the month I'm running out of cash, or if at the oh, I wanted to go to do this or that or the other thing and I don't have any money. Well, yeah, you didn't go do any work, so that's why you don't have any money. But really, and I think it's at this point it's one of the things that I love about the capabilities of this type of system, and this is where I always love to bring in some of the people that I've met in the programs, and the automation is that honestly, once you've been involved for a certain amount of time, Dan, you called it something specific. I think it was you reach a critical mass point or something like that, where you've got enough, people are finding your websites, they're finding your information, they're looking for a way to do the same thing. They're finding you, and they're coming, and they're signing up. You're making this money, and we know several people that have moved on from this program. They're like, I'm cool with it, and they haven't touched it in a little while, and they're making money. They go away for a week on vacation or whatever, and they come back and they find that there's money waiting for them, that they that they missed oh, I forgot to check my email, and they go, look, oh, hey, look, I've got 150, $200 waiting for me that I forgot about, or something of that nature, and they get to a point where it is automatically running in the background, and then they move to the next thing, and that's really one of the things that I like, along with again, to be able to say, nope, I want to watch a movie today, or I want to go do whatever, is that once you get to this point, you can move to the next thing, and this will still be paying. And then it's come in and tinker with it, and you go from build to maintenance, and then move on and build, and so on and so forth. So it's one of my favorite things. Oh, Dan's coughing. I'll have to stall for time. So, anyways, back.
I was trying to inhale my coffee instead of drinking.
It does not to be absorbed in the lungs.
Yeah, and talking about vacation and working when you want to, that's something that was really awesome for me, because for those of you who follow me on Facebook, you might have seen that we went camping. We took the whole family. We went camping from Thursday to Sunday. We had gone camping, and I put a picture of our campsite up on my Facebook and all that kind of stuff. We took the family dog. We all went out there. We were fishing, swimming, camping, and it was just, I didn't have to work, and even after on vacation, my phone would go off periodically, another email, another person signed up, another person qualified, and another ding, money in my PayPal. It's something that's awesome, and once you start getting that autopilot, and that's what we call it in this business, is getting your business on autopilot, towards making money where you're not constantly having to do a whole lot of work. And as a matter of fact, one of the websites that I do, I recently found that it's been ranking extremely well on Google. I know that people say, bottom of the first page is not that great, but to me, the keyword I searched the other day, as a matter of fact, it was last night, 1.9 million results on Google for this keyword, and I'm number 10 slot on page 1. So out of 1.9 million, that's nothing to laugh at,
Yeah.
And I actually found out that on Yahoo, for a couple different keywords, I have actually beat Jeff Buchanan himself. His websites and stuff, and yeah, I had like number 1 and number 2 slot, and Jeff was number 3, or I had number 1 slot and Jeff was number 2. Man, you would not believe how excited I was about that. But and this site, I had created back in November. I spent about 3 hours, literally 3 hours, putting the whole thing together.
You're not making that up either, because I was actually talking to you while you were building it, and we were chatting about stuff. I'm like, what are you doing? You're like, oh, I'm just messing around with just this quick little page, no big deal. And he finished it up, went to something else, and you basically forgot about it. You kept updating it, but yeah, it's amazing, dude.
I haven't really done a whole lot. I would say more than 6 or 7 posts since November, and it's gotten way up there. And that night that I did that, when I say 3 hours, I purchased a hosting account, I purchased a domain name, I uploaded WordPress, I did the installation, set up the database, the whole 9 yards, did the theme, the layout, the posts, my pages, contact information, put some videos up there, and 3 hours I did that, and I get constant leads from that. And when I say 6 or 7 posts total, that's probably on the high end.
Yeah.
Since November. So it's when you put in the work, you know what you're doing. You study what it is that you're trying to learn. You do it. You get good at it. And those things, that site is always out there. As long as I'm paying my, what is it, $7.84 a month. So as long as I pay my $8 a month, I'm getting constant traffic. I'm getting constant leads. I'm getting constant income.
Same thing. That's why I am very big on making sure that telling people that having your own domain name and having a self-hosted site is extremely valuable, and is something that most everybody wants to get into as soon as they possibly can. One thing I did want to mention was that since a lot of the communication that we do is through Facebook, I know that we have support websites, and we have a lot of those. We have a lot of great information at those. We also do have our information that is pretty much just kind of given out daily, and we're almost always on Facebook. Even even though I don't want to always be on Facebook, I am. So it's very important to make sure that we get that. I've got some friends that are getting started. I did want to mention, we got to get that. Make sure that you're set up there, because there's not just there's a lot of training and a lot of great information, and it's also a great way to just touch base with anybody else in the team that happens to be, most of us leave a tab open most of the day, unless somebody is off doing something else or whatever. And if not, it's not like my phone or my tablet or something isn't connected. So even if I'm not on, even if my laptop is off or whatever, and somebody needs to find me, it's not too difficult, So, anyways, but yeah, Dan, you spent literally. I mean, it was so funny that we just started talking about that like about a week ago, and started going back and doing the looking at it, and you're like, I haven't done much with that, and that's one of the beauty parts of this is that you spent 3 hours. And then whatever time it took you to write a few posts, and you left it alone. You didn't have to go do a boatload of work to it and all this incredible, buying all this nonsense or services. You just built it and left it be. And organically it grew.
Yeah, and we were, last night Sean and I were on, I don't remember if it was Skype or TeamViewer or what, but we were actually looking at Google PageRank, and I was like, wow, my Google PageRank is 0. That kind of stinks, And we started looking up other sites, eBay, Amazon.com, YouTube, and we were like, wait a minute, why do all these sites have PageRank of 0? They're the top sites out there, So that was pretty funny. Was it Michael? John Doe, that's Nando, right?
Yeah, John Doe is, if he's back.
Yeah, he said he was going to go walk the dog, and he'll be back in a few minutes with questions. So,
long walk.
Right, but I just want to hang out until he gets back for the questions.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you know what? I gotta catch up with him. Actually, I want to chat with him on Skype, so we could, I can actually answer those unless he has something specific.
Okay, and something I do want to mention, guys, when it comes to WordPress and putting a site together, there can be some complicated things, like setting up a database and getting into the, getting your WordPress installed, and there's different technical aspects of it with the database, with access permissions, all kinds of stuff. So one of the things that I offer is that if you use my coupon code, because I make money online, and that's what I do, so I'm also an affiliate with the hosting company. So if you go through my link to sign up for the hosting company or your hosting account, I can actually give you a coupon for $2 off also, $2 off a month. So you can actually get your site for $6 or less. And if you'd like help getting WordPress set up, then I am more than happy to go on TeamViewer. It takes me, Sean, how long does it take me? 10 minutes?
9.5. 0.35. Yeah, it's about 10 minutes from and that's from okay, I have a domain name and I don't know what to do with it, to now I have a WordPress site. And then of course it takes a little bit of time for for the site to like connect and everything. It takes a little time for everything done. That doesn't mean that the site's not up and that you can't be posting to it while it's doing its this.com or .co or .whatever goes to here. Okay, and while the internet figures that out, you could be on there, putting up some blog posts and getting some content up, making videos and whatever you want to do. That's a cool part about having your own self-hosted site, and and adding whatever you need. So it doesn't take long.
We do teach all this stuff too. I will teach people how to do it if they are willing to learn and put forth the effort. For me, I've been doing computers and networks, servers for, the server and network part of it for 20 years, but actually working on computers about 30 years, which, so I've got that experience, and this is my viewpoint on it. If you don't want to learn how to do it, don't bother. Just, I'll show you. I'll tell you where to get TeamViewer. You can get that at teamviewer.com. I can remote control your computer, set it up for you in 10 minutes, get off, and you do your thing.
Yeah.
So that's one of the beautiful things about this team is that we have people with all these different skill sets, and Rachel is a real people person. She's real good interacting with people. Sean, you do the videos and the graphics, all the video production stuff. Brett, he's another fellow geek of mine. He actually works for Geek Squad, doing remote support, phone support, and what do they call that? The live chat on their website for Geek Squad. He actually does support for them.
The live chat support.
Yeah, and we've got people in so many different areas, that we all share our skill sets.
Dan, I don't know if it's you, but I think you just went. Oh my God, he's got Guy Ritchie disease. And he's back. Are you there, Mr. Dan? Oh God, fail. Okay.
Yeah, that actually wasn't me this time.
No.
I'm sitting here talking and looking at my picture on the screen, and all of a sudden, just the screen goes blank, and then all it says is "oops." I'm like, "Oops, thanks a lot."
Well, we have two of you in here now, but what? The screen said "oops."
Yeah, my screen of the Hangout, it's just letters in the middle. Oops.
Okay.
I'm like, okay.
That's not a fail on our end. That's a Google fail.
Yes.
Nope.
So where was I?
You were you dropped off at
Teams and talents.
Teams and talents, skill sets, things of that nature.
Yeah. So as a team, we combine our skills. We combine marketing knowledge. We combine. We actually work together, and that's an awesome thing that I, for one, am glad to have found. And when you do join our team, you've got our help, you've got our support, you've got our direction. For those who have never done marketing before, and a lot of people say that I'm a seasoned, a seasoned, experienced marketer.
Well preserved.
Okay. You're gonna get it for that one, but just wait till after the Hangout. But to me,
you're in Texas, dog. Go for it. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, you forget my computer skills here, but
cut the hard line. Cut the hard line.
But yeah,
I got an axe around here just for that reason.
Oh wow, I wouldn't use an axe, but when you join our team, you do have the help and the support of the entire team. Plus, the company that we work with, they have over 10,300 members as well. Yeah. With it 24/7. If you have a question, you're gonna get it answered. Because out of all those people, there's always somebody there. There's always somebody in Facebook, and someone there to help you. So, well, I guess Nando hasn't come back. At least he hasn't mentioned. So, Nando, if you're there, go ahead and chime in. That way we can answer your questions. I know you said you had a couple. What was that, Sean?
I'm just going to let him know that I will try to catch up with him in Skype and see if I can answer whatever he had in mind. So I think we're good. Do you want to wrap it up?
All righty. Well, sure. I will let you guys know if you're watching live on our Hangout page. Down beneath the video in the chat box, there's that yellow button that says "Get Started Today." Doesn't cost a thing. Simple to do. You've got tons of support, and you can make some good money with it.
Hold on a second, Dan. Dan.
Thank you very much.
He's back. He's back.
Aha.
Let me just see if he has some questions. We are breathless with anticipation.
Also, keep in mind there's about a 10 to 15-second delay between the time that we talk on the air and he actually hears it. So
No, I don't think he can. I'm not sure if he can see, so I'm making sure I put it through the. I'm typing it. Okay. I can't stand this.
and what?
The suspense.
Oh, is that him? Is that him? No, just kidding.
It's not. It's you.
It is I.
Never fear, eyes here.
And one final time, for those of you team members that want, I would ask you to go ahead and join that training site because we're putting everything on that site. That site is getting built up, fairly quickly. So if you want one central place where you have all the training, all the quick reference stuff, then go ahead and go to that website. It's training. There's no www in front of it. Simply training.teamrhino.info, and that's right there in the lower third as well. If you would like me to put it in the chat box, I can do that for you also.
Okay, Dan, he's thrown up a question here. He says, how many ads do we normally put out on average before we start seeing some income? Like, kind of general question. What do you want to throw something at that?
I will throw a couple things at that. First of all, I can't really answer that. We can't really answer that simply because there are so many different factors involved. Are you going to copy and paste a generic ad that people have seen 30,000 times, or are you going to be creative? Are you going to come up with something new? Like, for instance, sometimes I'll post an ad on Craigslist with a QR code, and they, can take their phone and scan that QR code, and it takes them to my link, or starts an email to me, whatever I'm doing at that point. So where you're posting makes a difference. The wording of your ad, how you present the business, because it is literally your own business. It's a business opportunity. There's so many different factors involved, and different ways to market. So it's really, really tough to say how many ads should I post before I start making money, because this is something that you work with, you play with, you start figuring out what's working. And then you take those things that are working and you start tweaking it up and improving on it and finding new ideas or new methods. There's
no magic number, because we've had people that have worked very, 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 very hard and had to work very hard to see some kind of return. And we've had people that have showed up and that within a few hours had already had people signed up, and so it really depends. Like Dan said, it's very multifactorial, and it really does depend. I think one of the best answers would be is that there's no magic number, but you definitely have to. The magic number is the one that starts working. All of a sudden, when you start seeing the success and you follow the training, and you start, if you put out 50 and you don't see a reply, put out 150 more, 250 more. You just keep going until you find the number that works. I said it could be either one.
And when you find things that aren't working, obviously stop doing the things that aren't working and concentrate more on the things that are.
Absolutely.
And with this team, you can get a head start because we do have. We've been through this, starting from scratch and not knowing anything about marketing. So we can help you along the way, but ultimately it is you are branding yourself. Obviously, everybody knows, for me, my brand is Team Rhino. Why the rhino? Because you don't want to mess with a rhino, right? A rhino is 6,000 pounds. That's 3 tons, okay? His skin is 2 inches thick. He can run 30 miles an hour. He's got that big old horn on his snout, and when a rhino charges something, he's not gonna stop until he either gets what he's charging and achieves it, or passes out from exhaustion. And that's just an incredible, to me, that's an incredible way to model yourself in your work. Now, one other thing I do want to mention, with your question, you said, how many ads before I start seeing money? So this is something I want to give to you that is a little mindset tip here, because it may sound like voodoo, hocus pocus, whatever, but it's the truth. Your mindset has a huge part to play in what happens. So if you ask yourself, if you are asking other people, and you have it in your mind, how long until? How long until I start making money? What you're doing is you're setting up right then and there your stopping point. You are deciding right then and there, okay, if he says 50, I'm going to stop at 50.
Yeah.
And you're only going to do it halfway. You're not going to be chasing after it, like you actually really want it. And so when you set a limit like that, when you set your stopping point, you have decided to quit. Do you see what I'm saying? So when you've decided to quit, if you've already decided, if you set your stopping point, you decided to quit. If you've decided to quit, how much work are you going to put into something knowing you're going to quit?
It's interesting. It makes sense though, because if you get to that magic number and say, "Oh, well, I did this and I didn't get anything, so I don't think it works." I mean, there was no magic number. One day one day I was making money. One day things started picking up. One day I learned what worked, what didn't, and that was through trial and error. And again, as I said, that was me. Everybody's different, and you may be sit down with a notepad and a pencil and write down a few things. And can you catch that question real quick while I finish? You might sit down with a notepad and a pencil and write the world's greatest ad, and you might put it out there. But that might be the world's greatest ad for Twitter, and you wrote it on, and you put it on Facebook, or vice versa. And so if you don't put the world's greatest ad out there and repetitively, it's not going to be, it doesn't matter. If you could write the absolute, Merlin's magical, whatever lullaby to have people come and work with you, and so on and so forth. And if it doesn't get out and isn't seen, and then it might as well have stayed, in the pencil, on the paper, and never, and you know what I'm saying? So it really, like Dan said, it has to have that. This is going to work. I'm gonna try this. It's not. It's do, not try.
He's got a Star Wars reference there.
I had to. So. It really is. There is no, I'm, just going to halfway it. You have to say, I'm going to jump in, I'm going to start making some money. When that happens is up to you. It depends on what happens, how well you listen to the training, how much time you spend actually doing what we say. Like, look, we're not sitting here on our butts because we love telling people the wrong way to do something. I mean, really, that's not what we do. We don't make these hangouts. We don't sit here and give away bad information for hours and hours and hours just because it gives us a grin. We are sharing every one of the secrets, everything we know, and we're doing it freely and openly because we have there is no secret ingredient. That was a Panda reference there. So, anyways, the real trick is that if you don't put in the time, if you're going to, like if Dan says, if you have this kind of, well, I'm going to try it, and if it doesn't work, well, then attitude, then it just never will work. And that's just what it is, Now, I'm not saying, as I said, I never advocate anybody to run out and sign up and then quit their job and I'm going to make $1 million tomorrow. We never promise anybody that. No one that I work with will ever say you're going to make $1 million tomorrow. You're not going to have a mansion in the hills. You're not going to get a $10 million yacht, blah, blah, blah. Now,
next month,
right, next month, right? but I could be proved wrong tomorrow because I could sign someone up and they could, God knows, they could end up, making an incredible amount of income within that amount of time. It is not impossible. Is it average? Is it going to happen? No. And we both know why. So it's because most people, when they come to this type of program, usually are like buying a used car. They look at, they open the hood, they stare at it. They kick the tires, they walk around it, they listen to the engine run, they say a whole bunch, they talk to the salesperson, and then they go to lunch and they never really had any intention of buying a car. They just want to just spend the day at the dealership. I don't know. Sometimes that happens, and so it really is I guess the simple short answer is that there is no magic number. You have to say, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put whatever amount of effort is needed, and when I see results, I will know it. And that's true, because when you see results, all of a sudden you're going to have emails and you're going to start seeing the money come in. So.
Yeah, and that's one of the big things is you have to remain teachable. And when I say remain teachable, I'm not talking about just from me or just from Sean. We learn. You would not believe the number of people that I have learned from, and I was telling Sean before. This was probably about 5 or 6 months ago, I believe, and people had always told me, just keep going, be consistent. Even if it should be working and it's not, keep going, be consistent, and one day it's just going to happen. Boom, it's just going to start happening. And I was so frustrated because, people would ask me for ideas, or they'd ask me for tips or for help, and, to me, I'm kind of new. Well, especially 6 months ago, I was, a lot newer, and people would sit there and go, they'd message me back later or email me, hey man, I tried what you said, that worked so awesome, you're a freaking genius. And I don't believe I'm a genius, but this is, the things that people were saying. And I'm like, great, it's working for you, why is it not working for me? But, I stuck with it, and I kept that mindset, what, this is going to work. I'm believing everyone else, and I'm just going to take everyone else's advice, the people that have gone before me and become successful before me, and just be consistent. One day it's going to happen, and guess what? It did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we've got Nando. I'm going to have you send him the YouTube link also. My question is...
we definitely need to have get him signed up and into the... once he gets his Facebook account, we've got to get him into the training and stuff. So we'll catch up with... I'm going to try and see if we can catch up with him after the hangout.
Okay.
Because, I don't think he can see, and I'm pretty sure he can't, and I'm not sure exactly if it's because he's on his phone or what, but...
Did you check your page?
I did, and I refreshed it several times. I'm not seeing the broadcast here live, and I've re-uploaded the link a couple of times, and nothing's changed. So, you want to resend me the link and see if I can, maybe you sent me the wrong one, or we have the wrong embed code or something?
No, it's the right one. It's the same one I use, but we'll go ahead and take care of that after the hangout.
Okay.
But he says, where is it? Oh, he's at how long before I actually saw money. For me, I was a member for about a month and a half, maybe 2, before I actually started working on it. So once I started becoming active and working on it, even though most of that time was learning, it took me about a month before I started seeing the income. So to answer your question, Nando, he says a month. So if I post ads now, depending on the number, it may take 30 days before I see anything. That's true.
Or it could be tomorrow.
Could be a few hours.
Could be tonight.
Well, I mean, look at Rachel. She started. She wasn't even finished signing up, and she had 2 people.
Yeah. She had to tell them to wait. She had to tell them to wait.
Yes.
Please wait. I'm not done signing up yet before I can sign you up.
Yeah, so it really depends on each person. You know, there's so many different factors involved in your personality because I Sean, you already know who I'm talking about, but there's a couple people where you end up talking to them or working with them, and it's just uh, one of those people you
you might as
don't
well
want to
just
talk to.
you just
You
should have
know?
just gotten a hamster cage and ran for 6 hours. You would have been more productive.
Well, yeah, their attitude, you know, and their sometimes people are stubborn. If you see
Yes.
something they're doing wrong and you say, "Hey, I've done that before.
No,
I
I'm
know
one of
from
those
experience
people.
that
I'm
doesn't
one of
work."
those people, but eventually it does get hammered in my head that, oh, hey, I did that. It doesn't work, just so you know. I am one of those people that has to, oh, that was hot. You told me that was hot, but it is. I mean, I get it, but, I know what you mean, that there's some people there are some people out there that no matter, what, no matter how much training you offer, no matter how much coaching you give, um, they're just not going to be teachable. They're not going to be trainable. As I said, a lot of that's why I'm very like I'm saying very specifically, a lot of our training, good, I'd say 65% of our training, and and specific help is going to be in the Facebook groups. So get a Facebook account. If you don't,
Yeah,
if you're not
there's
willing to have a Facebook account, then I'm sorry. You're missing out on 60 to 65% of our training. That's it. And there's nothing I can do about it. And that's that. It is the cold, hard light of day.
and Facebook is free, you know, so there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to. Um, you know, and even if you don't use it to talk to anyone else, uh, he's asking, do you need a Facebook and Twitter to do this? Um, if you want the training, if you want the training that he's talking about, the basic training, the answer is yes. You will find also, if you decide to try it, that social media is one of the best marketing methods, and it's free. Facebook is free, Twitter's free, Google Plus is free, Tumblr, Dig, Reddit,
Pinterest,
it's Pinterest, freaking
Blogspot.
Snapchat, Instagram, it's all free. It doesn't
Yeah,
cost you anything, and you can make lots of money. Okay, you can.
that's where the people are.
Yes, that's why they call it a social network.
Yeah,
That's where you go to meet people. You know, and
yes.
Facebook will actually target everybody for you, and that's some of the more advanced training that we have. Is
Yeah.
Facebook will narrow down people for you to communicate and contact with. I don't what I tell people, don't sell anything. So if you make a friend on Facebook, a stranger that you've never talked to before, don't say, "Hey, how you doing? My name's Daniel. Here, go sign up. This is my business."
Mm-mm.
No, don't do that. Say, "Hey, I see you live in California. That's where I was born. Looks like you live in the Las Vegas area. Is it really like people say, or really like it is in the movies? You know, what about the casinos there? You know, ask questions, get to know them, let them get to know you. Tell them about your kids if
Be a
if you
real
have any."
person. Just be
Yeah.
real. I mean, this is a networking business. You are meeting other people, and not every human being that walks the earth is going to be somebody that you're going to sign up. But they very well may be somebody that you could learn a great deal from, and it would be you'd be very remiss if all you did to every person that you ever met was try to say, hi, you want to work online? Come work with me. Here's my link, blah, 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 blah. Be a real human being to people, and gauge that, kind of thing uh, as
And
needed,
Sean,
I guess.
do me a favor.
Sure.
Go ahead and tell them a little bit about fan pages and the reason that fan pages are so important,
I
getting
have.
in touch with people and content.
We've discussed a lot of that. I've spent a great deal of time with him on Skype. And in general, fan pages, Facebook fan pages are super easy to make. They are honestly they are like a free equivalent to a website, to a web page that you can get involved in, that you can post specific things in. We have a lot of support and training on how to use your fan pages for whatever business that you're in. If you're in this one, I have several, because I actually do several different types of businesses. So it is you know, it's one thing that is very um, it's an extremely easy way to be able to share you know, the information that you have with everybody that you know, that wants to see it. You're going to create a fan page, and uh, you get certain levels of, you know, I guess you would say ability. They give you every so many likes every time you get a certain amount of likes, and really the way that the way you get likes, the way you know, you get, you know, to promote your page is you post stuff that people want to see. Post funny pictures, post interesting commentary, post, you know, video clips, you know, and have you know, be a real person, and share, you know, the cool fun pieces of your life, you know. Same that I've talked about with you know, being on YouTube. And if you're doing you know, you can get into YouTube and you can do straight sales videos, you can do um, all kinds of different methods, but my favorite is to just get on YouTube and chat with people, and keep talking with them and be personable. I mean, I have had so much success lately because I've been able to just, I met people and got to chatting with them, and you know, and I, you know, it wasn't, oh hey, I really want to, you know, I didn't chase after them to go get them signed up or anything like that. I just started chatting with them, and now I'm, you know, taking different parts of my business to different levels um, because of just the networking mentality that I've been kind of developing, and it really is interesting because you'll meet people that you meet the cool people, and they, well, they're the ones that are going to call you at, you know, whatever in the afternoon and say, hey man, I heard about this. I'm, you know, I'm gonna go check it out. I'll let you know in a day or two if it's, you know, worthwhile. And so you might find out about a very lucrative opportunity a couple days earlier than the rest of the planet, and have a unique opportunity to get started with something because you made a friend. So the you know, we, as I said earlier, we have a lot of really great training as far as Facebook groups go, and and just how to use those, you know, as you build your fan base, your business base through them. So a lot of that, uh, a lot of that I can't get into right now. Uh, it's just, it's not for a hangout. That's a separate, that would be a separate hangout in itself, you know. So are you back there, Dan?
I am here.
Oh, okay.
I'm just responding to Nando. I'm kind of surprised, Nando, because I want to let you know, I'm just being honest, and that's one thing you will find about me if you work with us, is that ain't no bones about it. I don't beat around the bush. I don't play games. Um, I don't. I'm not politically correct. This, okay, and you know I don't have to be. So he was asking about Facebook and Twitter. Are those required?
Oh, I don't see
And
that on mine, but okay. Go ahead. I'm just
I'll
scrolling.
just read them off to you.
Okay.
Do you need to have a Facebook and Twitter to do this? And next question was, I see all other methods are costly, so if I post 10 ads a day without those social media outlets, I may be wasting my time. He said the reason is that he hasn't started is because he doesn't want to waste time with something that is iffy. I was hoping I could replace my job income and do this, but if that's not possible, then it will be a waste of time for me, honestly. And honestly, Nando, I'm going to tell you, with that outlook,
you
with
should
that, I
probably,
mean,
yeah, don't replace your job. And I know that we've chatted for quite a while, and Dan's gonna say his piece here, but I'm just gonna say don't, because like Dan just said, with that attitude, then it's not gonna happen. And you know, like honestly, if that's the reason you haven't started, you've, I can't. It's been about a week since we chatted, and I gave you all the links and where to sign up, and I told you, I asked you like several times to please join the Facebook group, get into the training, watch the training in the back office, so on and so forth. And you could have been promoting this whole week, and you could right now, you could, I mean, it could have been a couple days ago, you could have been on the phone with me saying, how do I help this person sign up? But
Or letting you know that he just earned $200 for the week.
Yeah, exactly. Or saying, "Hey, Sean, I just made this," you know.
And I
But
want to say, because some people will take offense to something. So when Sean says the attitude, we're not talking about, people having an attitude. What we're talking about is the mindset.
yeah,
If you're, if
mindset,
you're
attitude.
right, if you don't believe it's going to work, or if you think it's iffy, it's not going to
Then,
work.
then
But I
no.
will tell you from my experience that it works, and I can put you, and Sean can put you in touch with so many
50,
people that it
50,
works for.
100 people. That's why we wouldn't. That's one of the
Yeah,
reasons I've been. That's why. Why is that not why I've been talking about Facebook and specifically trying to get, tell people that if you're going to get involved, there's a great deal of this information that we give away that is on Facebook, and this is where the people are that are going to be supportive and always there to help actually help you with keep moving and if you hit a slump, if this, is it something that, as I said, and I've said this, and it bears repeating. At no time will I ever tell somebody to quit their job for this. Don't. This is not going to make you $1 million tomorrow or next month. And in all reality, as we've already gone over, for most people, um, are you going to replace your income overnight? No. Are you going to do it in a month? Probably not. It can happen. It has happened. But for 90% of people, I don't know if that's a fair estimate or not, but I'm just simply saying that if you have the right mindset, you show up and you put in the time and the effort and you go for it, it will happen. That's all there is to it. It will happen.
yes, because I will tell you right now, this is not iffy. This does work. And I've even seen people that will sit there and holler scam. It's not a scam. It does work. I do it. If you want to talk to me, Sean's got my phone number. He can give it to you. Uh, I don't know what else to tell you except that stop wondering, stop asking questions. If you question everything to death, you're going to spend all your time looking for answers and zero time making money.
That's true. At some point, you have to just say, okay, what do I do? That's the last question.
Exactly, and I will tell you, the people that succeed the fastest, and the people that start making the money fastest in this business, are the ones that they ask their sponsor what to do. Their sponsor tells them. They
And they
don't
go,
even ask.
they just go do it.
Right.
They ask the
You don't
how.
hear. Yeah, you don't hear from them again until the next day or the day after that when they've done what you said and they've learned what you said and they're asking what's next.
And they said,
And they
okay,
hit it
yeah, I
over and
did.
over and over and over, and they just go do what the reason we give this training is because the training is proven to work.
Yeah.
Follow the training as it's given to you, and you're going to make money with it.
And if
Plain
you
and simple,
can't,
it works.
and if you can't get to the training because you don't want a Facebook account, that I don't know what to say to that. I really don't. I mean, that's just a method that we use. So, it
And we
is.
do have the training site. Again, when he gets to see this video, the recording, then he'll be able to see that as well.
I think he is now because he was keeping up with the questions and stuff. So I think for a second I thought he was being able to see this, but
okay.
I'm not sure.
Well, I noticed your lower third is covering your eyes. I don't know if your camera moved or what, but
It did.
yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm just being honest. It works if you do it. If you don't do it, I guarantee you it won't work.
Yeah. It's a sad truth, and we've had too many. Unfortunately, we've had some people that have come through that are the why guy, the why everything, and at some point, and I think Dan is feeling a setup for a quote here, but yeah, do, there's no why, just go do. Don't stop asking, just do it.
Actually,
You know,
I've told people this before, and I will tell you, everyone watching, I'm going to tell it to you again. I'm going to give you one single blanket answer for every single time you're going to ask why. Here it is. 3 words. because it works.
Ah, I knew you were going to say that.
It's the truth. I mean,
True.
these methods are proven to have worked
Yes.
over and over and over and over, and they always work.
How many
So if you
people
take
have
the
we?
training, follow the training, do the training as it shows you, and then start, doing your marketing as you're trained to do, it works. That's
Yeah,
why we give it.
exactly. Yeah, and how many people have we seen that have come in and they know everything? They're gonna do it their own way. They get cranky, they leave, they come back, and they sit back and they say, "Okay, let me watch this video training section that these people have nicely put together for everybody, and let me go watch it and see what happens." And they go watch that, and they follow it step by step, video by video, doing each thing as they watch the video, they go do that, whatever that video topic was, and they come back and they find that all of a sudden, wow, it works. This is so cool. I can't believe it. Yeah, worked 6 months ago when you came in, said you knew everything, did it your own way, and walked out saying it doesn't work. So,
Yeah, and I got to tell you guys, there's people have gone before us. Lots of people have gone before us. Several of those people have decided to share the things that work the best, and we are part of that group. And I'm just going to tell you, why there's no point in reinventing the wheel. Because if it works, you don't have to question it to death. You don't have to analyze it to death. You don't have to look for reasons why it might not work, because it's been proven to work. So even if you don't know the answers and you don't understand why it works, all you need to know is that it does work if you do it. If that's the only thing you understand, is that it works if you do it, then that's all you really need to know. So.
he replied, if I'm reading it right now.
I'm a numbers guy. If I don't see numbers, then I don't see the opportunity in a realistic way. Just more of a hope and dream kind of thing. No offense to anyone, but this just seems like a massive exposure campaign that takes patience and a little luck to achieve. No one has an average number of ads it takes before they see money. No one has an average of how many hours it takes a day when they are posting ads. Without this, it sounds like doing a lot of something and hoping for a return. Wow. Nando, all I can say is maybe this isn't for you.
Yeah.
Because you can do it. I mean, like I said, I do it at the most 2 hours a week. At the most, and that's pretty rare. Usually it's between half an hour to an hour a week. And I'm making a decent income even with all my kids. So
I don't even know what to say to that, but
I would say this: either do it or don't.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, Sean's telling you, we can put you in touch with all kinds of people. If it works, we do it.
But if
so,
we're not gonna. I'm not here to bend anybody's arm, and I'm definitely not here to beg anybody to do this. If this is not something that anybody's comfortable with, then that is absolutely fine. It really is. I mean, I would have really hoped that you had gotten a little farther into the training and had an opportunity to meet some of the people that we work with and ask them these questions. I'm really glad that you stopped by today, and I'm really glad that you were able to chat with, get to, chat with Dan and get to ask some of these questions. I really am, because it just really, I'm not here to turn anybody's wrist. I'm not. If somebody wants to be involved, then they're going to be involved. If they're not, then they're not. And it sounds like your heart's not in it, man. So that's fine. And
yeah, I'm gonna just let me ask you one question. If you want to replace your income and you want to work from home, even if you do it part-time, like I do, because I do it very part-time. So if you go to work and spend 1 hour a week, 2 hours a week promoting, and you can make enough to replace your income, then why wouldn't you do it full-time? And so if you're gonna, I'm telling you it works. Sean tells you, telling you it works. You know, if you go to a job, right? Or let's just say, what's a good example of that?
If you did work part-time, 1 hour a week, 2 hours a week at a job, and brought home whatever check that was, you wanted to replace
Well,
that, I mean,
no, that's what I'm trying to say is it's not that. It's that when you go work at a job for an hourly rate, you work 2 hours, you get paid 2 hours. Is it like that? No, this is not like that. Uh, you can work 2 hours and get paid nothing. You can work 2 hours and end up with $1,000 from it.
if
So
that's if that's hopes and dreams and a bit of luck, then whatever. It's like commission. I mean, if you're working at Sears selling ties, if you don't sell any ties that day, you're not making a dime. You know, I mean, if you're any kind of commission salesperson, it's the same thing. So
yeah, the only difference is we're not sitting there selling things to people.
yeah,
We're putting it out there. People are searching for our stuff. They find us, and that's how it works. And it works. So I mean, you know what? I'm going to go read my earnings disclaimer that I have on my website because a lot of people love it. I guess because it's true. And this is an earnings disclaimer that I put up there voluntarily. This tells a lot about the thought process and the mindset. And this is just truth. Okay. I'm going to read this to you from my screen. Let's be honest. Most people are here just to kick tires and see what it's all about. Many people are also under the mistaken impression that I give away free money. This is not the case. I give away a free system, and I give away free bonuses and tools to help you grow your business that I myself have put all the work into so that you can get those bonuses for free. I don't do the work for you. You can earn a whole lot of passive and residual income with the system, but let's face it, most people won't. Why? Because they're not willing to put in the time to learn how to do it, and they're not willing to put in the hard work that it takes to start and grow a business that can literally change your entire life. What I give you is a free system, but you have to learn and you have to do the work to grow your business. My whole point here is that I cannot guarantee any set amount of income, or any at all for that matter, because the amount of money that you make is up to you and how much effort you're willing to put into it. Regular people are doing this every day. Many are making between $10,000 to $100,000 every month. Yes, that is possible,
and
and we can
actually,
show you how. If that is something you want to do, it's totally possible, but it will be up to you and only you. And that is my answer to you, Nando. It is up to you. Can I guarantee how much you're going to make? No. I can't guarantee that you're going to put ads out there. I can't guarantee that you're going to learn about marketing. I can't guarantee that you're going to follow the training. Can't guarantee that you're not going to sit there and go, well, I signed up, I'm not making any money yet. I can't guarantee anything. All I can guarantee is that it works. It works for me. That's what I can guarantee. I went to the wrong tab here, looking at Chris' chat.
oh,
Okay, Nando, if you're looking for a formula, I don't have one.
yeah, I don't have one
He's
either.
asking, if you tell me that after posting 100 ads a day, 7 days a week for 2 hours, at the end of the week you had $100, then I would have to look and see if that would be worth it for me. No offense, but if the time is more than the money, then to me it's not worth it. It may be an extra source of income, but $100 for that amount of time may not be worth it for me. That's less than $10 an hour. As I said, I can't give you a formula.
That there is no magic number. It just doesn't exist. So.
Right, like I was telling you, Rachel, before she had even finished signing up, she had $100 waiting for her.
Yeah, but
Why? Because she went after it.
She was already out promoting. She was already out. She had done some training, had listened and did what was needed, and that's it. I mean, I'm not here to crawl or to pull anybody's arm, and no one is. I'm not that kind of person. I'm definitely not that kind of salesperson, and I'm not here to sell anything. I'm here to give shit away. Pardon my French. So if you don't
Well,
want
yeah,
stuff we're giving away, that's fine. You don't have to take it.
right. There's a girl on our team, our combined team. You know, that girl, she just spent 3 weeks offline moving, and if I remember correctly, I think she moved across the country. And she's still making $400 a day from the work she's done in the past. That's just out there on the internet, $400 a day. Now, if you were to work 10 hours and you got $400, that's 40 bucks an hour. Are you willing to do the work? That's my question. So this is question and answer. Now it turned into question and question. That's my question to you. Are you willing to do the work? If you're not willing to do the work, you're not going to make any money. I guarantee it.
He's replied, it may seem like a lot, but if I were to bring people I know on, they would have these kind of questions.
And honestly, that's what the training is there for. Most of these questions are answered in the training.
All of them are. Every one of them. In triplicate. So, well, we've run like an hour, like a little bit over, like, oh my God, we've run like 40 minutes over our time.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate everybody that came out. Thank you so much for stopping by. I know we try to keep these generally to an hour, but we definitely, I do, Nando, I really appreciate you actually, thanks for engaging us. This is what we're here for, is to actually, we like this. We do want to answer your questions. You brought up a lot of great points, and we do appreciate that. And it really does, I thank you for making it, interactive. So I really do appreciate that. And for everybody else who came out from the team, or that happened to, that was invited, that came out and, wanted to say hi, or is interested, if you're interested in getting started, it's just, as you've heard, you're talking to two people that just don't bullshit. And we're not here to, we're not going to blow smoke and bubbles up your nose. We're going to tell you how it is. This is the way it works for us. It does the way it works for us. This may not work for everybody, but the funny thing is, yeah, it does. For every person that follows the training, that has come through and legitimately done everything with consistency, it does work. If you're interested in getting started, down at the bottom of the screen below the chat, let's get started now. That'll take you to the person that invited you, and you'll be directed by them. You can get contacted and get in touch with them and find out more information. Dan, is there anything else that you wanted to go over?
No, he's just he's saying that what's the purpose of this session. You guys said any questions, and I know that's true.
We did answer them.
Yes, and we are about 45 minutes over our broadcast time.
Yeah, these are an hour. That's what they're supposed to be. We stayed here another 50 minutes specifically to make sure that we were able to answer your questions, because I know that you had not been available earlier. So
yeah, so if you have any questions, I mean, Facebook group, email, phone, Skype, you know how to get a hold of him. He knows how to get a hold of me. Once you do get on Facebook or you go to the training site, you know how to get a hold of me as well. So that's all there is to it. Guys, I want to thank everyone, all the live viewers. I want to go ahead and thank you for coming out and saying, or maybe not saying hi, but at least watching us. And we hope you got some good value and some good entertainment out of it as well. So I want to say thanks. Have a great day. And Sean, go ahead and close it out.
I already did. Everybody have a really great day. Thank you for coming out. Make sure to feed your dog and cat, and spay or neuter your pets. Have a good one. Thank you very much.